And like we always say, we invite people that you want to see on the show. And keeping in line with your wishes today, we have with us in the studio a fashion brand which operates in the upper end of the fashion and luxury market, offering exclusive apparel in the couture and ready-to-wear segments. And we have with us today Zarmeena Masood Khan. Hello Zarmeena, how are you?
Hi Huma.
Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
Zarmeena, now first of all, we have had so many fashion designers and fashion seriously is being taken very seriously in Pakistan now. What is your fashion statement?
My fashion statement is just be yourself, whoever you are, wherever you are, just be yourself. And be comfortable in whatever your style sense is. Like you don't have to follow trends blindly. I feel that everybody has their own fashion instinct, and they just have to follow that. And
but that wouldn't that make your life easier? I mean, then if people start following, whatever suits them or they feel
yes, it would.
comfortable
It
in.
would. Like if someone comes to me and they know what they want, it will make my life easier. And especially women are very confused in our country. They're very well dressed, but they're blindly following trends. They don't know, most of the women that I meet, they don't know what to follow and what to wear. So it would make our lives easier, if they knew what they wanted and if they knew what suited them.
Zarmeena, now we have so many fashion, right now also, yesterday there was a fashion week that concluded in Karachi, and then it has become a kind of a regular feature. And I have meant to, more than the design philosophy, which we will come to later, is it a huge business in Pakistan? I mean, it rakes in billions of dollars when we look at the West. Even in India, we see it is a booming industry, and it has been going on for, I guess, as an industry for a much longer time than in Pakistan. Is it a money-making business here?
Yes, it is. It's a very, very booming industry right now. If you see, like, you see fashion designers everywhere. Like, there's so many fashion designers sitting at home doing this. And most of the money comes from abroad. We are selling to other countries in the world, and they really appreciate our work. So I think a lot of people have started designing clothes. I'm sure you also know a lot of females who are sitting at home. They have their masters and they're doing this because they are making money. Everyone who is into fashion, and it sells. Believe me, it sells. So I think it's
there's a market for everyone.
Yes, there's a market. There's a, different ye hai ki if you make a brand, there's a different approach to it. Like, I wanted to make a brand. I wanted to sell it abroad under that brand name. There's so many people who are selling and making money, and they're not even branding their product. But there is a lot of money.
So basically they are not going for that recognition that would come with the brand.
Yeah,
so
they're making money. So this
money
is
more
a
important
fashion
than
making, a money making business.
Okay, cool. Now, what would you say to people now? Because as you mentioned yourself, and very rightly so too, that there are so many people who are in the business. They don't have a name per se, but they are in the business making money. They are not qualified. As much as you would think a designer should be. Are they putting a dent into the fashion industry of Pakistan in a sense, because they are taking some of the clients away, a big chunk of the clients, they're affordable. They don't have a name attached, a name also generates a lot of funds that people have to come up with. Are they a nuisance to the industry?
I don't think so. I don't think so, because there are a lot of mid-tier brands in the market right now operating. They sell a lot, and they, I think, pick from us our design philosophy, and they recreate it. And I don't think anybody can compete with their prices. So we as fashion designers, we are constantly coming up with new things, coming up with new concepts. So I think I'm very flattered if someone copies my clothes. So it doesn't matter.
So obviously we do not have any copyright issues, at least not that I know of, especially in the designing industry. So it's totally, you're comfortable with the idea that these are your designs, you are the one who came up with them, and there is nothing you can do to actually secure it.
There's no rule right now in Pakistan if you can secure it. I don't think there's any rule abroad also. I see a lot of copies being made abroad of the big names. So
right.
it's just, personally I find it very flattering. When I go to Liberty Market and I see my designs hanging and I'm like, wow.
You can tell like totally that okay, it's a little bit of it is mine as well, a little bit is somebody else's.
I see like the whole you know, designs being recreated, and it's okay because we are blessed with creative minds and we can come up with a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's okay if people who cannot afford to wear a big name, they can get it from somewhere else. So it's okay. Like, I personally have nothing against it.
Okay, Zarmeena, now you say that your designs are a fashion brand which operates in the upper end of the fashion and luxury market. Define that.
It's basically high end. When I launched my brand, I wanted to cater to the upper end, to the you know, upper class. But we have come up with another a collection for the mid-tier market also. Basically, the Pret should be affordable for the masses. So when I started, I was designing just for the, you know, higher upper end class. But now we've
people
moved,
with money, basically.
People with money, so they can afford our clothes. But now the trend is that we are moving towards the Pret market. Okay. So it's more affordable. So
basically
now.
Anybody could.
Anybody, yes. Most of
What
the
would
people.
you say your forte is? Because I understand that before this, you were with a multinational and you were heading. I mean, this is what we have been reading and stuff. That you are very good with colors. So what was your forte? Was it like the cuts, the designs, or really mix and matching the most unusual, you know, hues?
I went to NCA and we've been trained in all aspects of art. So I have taught art. I was taking out a magazine for a multinational and I was heading their creative team. So they used to train me a lot on color. So I love playing with color. I think it's the most fascinating thing, like when you put a lot of colors together or when you put unusual colors together. So I find it very fascinating. So, and I also, whatever I make, I feel that I'm decorating it as a piece of art. So I think I'm an artist. I'm not a commercial designer.
Yeah, if you guys have seen Zarmeena's stuff, you would know that that is a lot of art, obviously, has gone into it. So, Zarmeena, now there was this one collection that I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that really propelled you into that list of, you know, great designers here in Pakistan. That was your chicken curry collection. It was modeled by Vanessa as well. It was publicized a lot. It was just amazing. It was very down to earth, going back to the basics kind of thing as well, and very wearable.
It's very simple. It's white, and you know, white is a classic color, and everybody looks nice in white. Everybody can carry white, so it's very simple, and simple cuts, beautiful embroidery. So everybody could wear it.
I was thinking if we have a picture of that, but yeah, and you still are going on something that is eternal, you know, something that is not really time bound.
It's classic. These are classic designs, which you can, you know, if you buy once and you can wear it for years. So these are just classic pieces. The white chicken curry collection.
Yeah, it was and just
the fabric itself is, you know, very fascinating and it's very decorative. So anybody can, you know, wear it.
So do you get your inspiration? Because I remember that once I was in your store and I was also asking around, do you get like a lot of stuff from abroad as well, some stones, some metal pieces? Because I heard that there were things that you were getting from India too.
I travel a lot and wherever I go, it's not necessarily India. Wherever I go, whatever I see, if I feel that I'm really into, you know, putting things together. So if I don't start my work by sketching, I start by collecting things and then I put them together and then I create a piece. So wherever I go,
must be so satisfying.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun and it's interesting because there's so many things available. You can do so much with so many things. So I like collecting things and then I like decorating the pieces with those things.
Lovely. I mean, this is really an art, because give me something and I wouldn't know what to do with it, how to put things together. But
it's our basic training also. When we go to NCA, they train us to create things with trash. So, you know, whatever you see, you can just imagine doing something with it.
True, true. Nice. Okay, Zarmeena, we ask all, you know, the designers who come on our show to tell us what the latest trends are going to be, what the future trends are going to be. Obviously, this is the year end now. And something to start the next year with a bang, the colors. Do tell us about that. Let's start with the colors first.
Just launched my autumn-winter collection. And it's all about jewel, you know, jewel-toned hues. I've used a lot of emeralds, sapphires, ruby reds, black, and it's all about solid, deep color. And I've put, you know, I've recreated jewelry on all the pieces. The basic inspiration behind this concept was, you can't buy gold now. It's very difficult for people to buy gold.
Right.
You know, and there's so many weddings happening, and I've tried to recreate pieces of jewelry on clothes, so people don't need to wear jewelry.
Okay.
So this is
but
the inspiration.
Are they going to be paying like as much as they pay for jewelry?
Not really. You don't really have to put gold on the pieces to create pieces of jewelry. You get so
these
many.
are semi-precious stones that you are using.
These are semi-precious stones, and these days we are also getting plastic stones which look like real stones. There's no difference. Nobody can tell. So, you know, we design, like, for in my case, I've designed different collections, you know, for different people. Like, there'll be a jora for 10 to 15,000, and there's a huge class which just wants that. And then there's a jora for, you know, 25,000 upwards. And there are people who just want to buy the most expensive. So we are dealing with a lot of different psyches in the market.
Okay.
So
interesting.
This is how we price and, you know, design our collections.
Lovely. So, okay, dark colors, dark jewel hues, you said.
For autumn winters. Inshallah, in summers, it'll be again all white and pastel.
Obviously, I mean, there is nothing else that we can hear with Pakistani heat. Okay, this is interesting. Now, you spoke about the psyche of the people. Now, you got into this market, you started designing, and I'm sure you are obviously meeting different kinds of people, wealthy people, people who are on a tight budget, all kinds of people. What kind of demands do people make? I mean, this is very interesting when you say that people, sometimes they come for the most expensive jora in the shop.
What I find surprising is everybody wants to look thin. That's, I don't know.
Why do you find it surprising? You're thin yourself. I mean, obviously they want to emulate
I
you.
feel that even women who are towards the heavier side, they look absolutely fabulous. I am not like, I don't like myself being skinny. I am not in for skinny. So I think everybody, even like skinny people, women will come up to me and they'll say, make us look thin. I don't get it.
Yeah, but Zarmeena, do you actually, as an effort to, you know, get some curvier women also to wear some of your designs, do you design for women who are not very thin?
These days the trends have been very easy for all sizes because they're all long, flowy dresses and nothing shows. So, but you know, when the trend was shorter dresses, they used to wear shorter dresses. It's all about telling them. Whoever comes to me, I have to talk to them. I have to tell them how great they're looking, and they're okay with it. It's all about, you have to make an effort with that individual to make them feel comfortable.
But you also tell them sometimes that, okay, this is not good for your body.
Yes, yes.
So that's all right.
Yes, we do. I try to convert a lot of people. Like, a lot of people will not experiment, and I feel that they would look great if they tried a certain look. And I try to convince them, and most of them do get convinced. But there are some who would not budge.
Okay, all right, interesting. Now this is good because you have to, you know, they are the ones who are designing the clothes. They know best which bodies they are going to be looking good on. Now in Pakistan, I mean, you would agree with me that there is less of a thin look and more of a, you know, middle kind of look. So do designers, and this is my final question, do designers make a conscious effort that this is the figure and these are, the models aren't the only ones who are going to be wearing high dresses?
Of course, because, you know, ever since this trend of Pret has started, it's called ready to wear, whatever we supply to the stores, we have to sell it. So we keep in mind the average, the average woman of Pakistan. What would they wear? They will not wear revealing clothes. No matter how fashionable they are. Like whatever I make for my stores, there are no sleevelesses, there are no low backs, there are no low necks. and they would sell whatever is fully covered. So we do design for the average woman.
Yeah.
What we show on the ramp is what we can create, what we are capable of creating. That's all art on the ramp. That's not what we would put in the store.
Yeah, so when you see some things on the ramp that are not wearable, they are made to be not wearable.
People are like going like, oh my God, look what they've designed, look what their show is all about, who is going to wear that? That's not about you, it's about that artist who's created that look, who's created those pieces.
True.
It's all about their creativity. What we give to you is what you buy and what you will buy, and we think about what we are selling.
But Zarmeena, then this is still, you know, this industry is new in Pakistan. When people tend to get confused when they see something on the ramp, obviously that is your creativity. I mean, there'll be feathers and furs going around and everything, but at the end of the day they will want to see, okay, this is this designer, this is that designer, what was the difference. They are going to be still picking you because of what they see on the ramp.
Yes, but how many people get to see the fashion shows? Most of the work, they are in touch with what is available for them in the stores, what they see in the magazines also. So, you know, they'll like, whatever personally, whatever I've shown on the ramp has been selling in the stores.
Right.
I have not been able to put that creative side on the ramp as yet. I am not that comfortable yet with that thing.
Okay.
You know, so whatever I've put on the ramp is in the stores.
So there is a lot left in there that you
There's
could
a lot
actually
left in there, but I admire the other designers who put their, like, they come up with great shows, and I really admire them. And their work is also selling, because what they're designing for the market is completely different from what they show.
True, true. It's amazing the number of designers that we have in Pakistan, and everybody is doing
Very
good
talented.
business.
Very
so that is good.
talented, yes.
Zarmeena, last question now. You intend to sell in 50 countries
30.
around the world. 30, okay, fine.
I don't know the names of 50 countries.
Yeah, okay, 30. No, you know the names of 30 countries.
Almost.
All right, that is quite an ambition. How far have you reached?
I love traveling. I love traveling, and wherever I go, I take an exhibition. I try to start, you know, stocking somewhere in that country. I've been to, like, I think quite a lot of places, but I have a long list.
You have a long
list. I still have a long
list. But you
list.
are, your presence is there in the Middle East?
Yes.
In Dubai?
Yes.
Then you are also in London?
I'm in London.
As well?
I'm in selling in Singapore. I'm going to India. I'm selling there. And I've been to Switzerland, and I've sold in Malaysia, and the list is long, as I said.
All right, we get the picture. Zarmeena, thank you very much, and best of luck with your long list, but don't, you know, forget us here in Pakistan. Okay, that was Zarmeena for you guys, and we are going to take a very short break, and stay there. Yeah. Hello, 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 Silence Boys. Welcome back, and get ready to get loud, because today we present to you perhaps Pakistan's only multi-percussion band, Quadrum. And Quadrum features 4 talented individuals, Atif Said, Daud Randall, Saad Sarfaraz Sheikh and Umar Saud, who create a beautiful amalgamation of world music with a multitude of soulful percussion instruments. I could name a few of them, but I confess I don't know much, but here goes. Duffs, dumbeks, dhols, drums, castanets, congos, and basically anything that has a surface. And Quadrum weaves a celestial web of intricate musical patterns fused with improvised magic. Be prepared to be blown away. Please welcome Quadrum. very loud as I had promised. Welcome, good morning. And great to have you guys here. Should I individually introduce everybody? Okay, sitting with me here is Umar Saud. Hello, very nice. Please tell us what this instrument is.
This is dumbek, which is an Arabic instrument.
Okay.
And this is the djembe. I play, most of the times I play both these.
All right, okay, very nice. Next to Umar is Saad, and Saad also has a...
Yes, this is also a dumbek.
Okay, see, I knew that. And I'm learning. Raud Randall,
Yes.
what do you have?
This is a dirbuka, steel body and all that, animal skin. It's fun.
And this is from?
This is from Lahore actually. but
Oh,
This
okay.
is African origin.
Okay, we have our own stuff here as well. And Atif Singh.
This is a djembe. This is from the US. It's a djembe.
It's a traditional US thing.
It's
If
a
there is any
traditional
tradition
African
there.
instrument from the US.
Okay, not bad. So tell me, how did, and I'll start with you, how did you, all four of you, get together? I mean, this is too much of a coincidence of like-minded people
It
getting
actually
together?
is.
Literally.
It actually is, yeah. Because the day we started, we did not really know each other. And Asad and I were acquainted, but we did not know Daud and Atif. Yeah.
These two there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was TEDx Lahore when it was taking place.
Okay.
So, you know, somebody called us up and I said, yes, we can play something. And I went there and we did not have in mind that we'll be four of us. So Saad and I went there and they had brought Atif and Daud as well. So they said, okay, since TEDx is all about, you know,
The topic,
combined genius.
I believe, was collective
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah, so we just combined there. We jammed only one day prior to that and started playing the next day.
That's I think 2 hours.
Yeah,
Really?
I think we only had 2 hours.
2 hours.
We jammed and we were spot on because I think all of us were.
But you guys wanted to actually do
Yeah.
something together.
So we did that.
It was by pure accident. When I found out that TEDx was happening in Lahore, I got really excited because I'm a TED fan. And I called them up and all the seats were taken. Then 2 days later, this guy calls me up, he says, we want to do this presentation. The topic is collective genius, are you interested? I said, yes. And I met these 3 people over there. And we played there, we got a good response and we all went home.
All right,
About
not bad.
6 months later, Umar calls me up, he says, Origami is having an open mic night, do you want to play? I said, sure. We showed up, we played. And
So this must be what, a year back or so? Because
Yeah, it's been a year now.
less
I
than
remember
that.
it was last year, I think.
Yeah. So it's,
So in a matter of a year, you guys came up with a name, Quadrum, as well, and you are the
we
top
had not
of the
thought
town.
of a name when we all met because I told you it was a mere accident. So when somebody for origami asked us, "कि यार तुम लोगों ने perform करना है, so what are you guys called?" Then it occurred to us, कि यार नाम भी रखना था. So Saad suggested a name, Quadrum. It's like quad for
of course.
drums.
And
so
drum.
Quadrum was the perfect
Okay,
name.
genius, very nice. So Saad, let's start with you now. So how did you pick up the drums? And
Actually, I'd been playing the drums for quite some time, but I liked hand percussion because it's easier to jam with these instruments. Being a drummer, it's quite a hassle, carrying all those things around with you. So me and Umar, we used to jam together. So that's where this thing started, actually, hand percussion, basically. So.
all right, not bad. And again, you know, the first thing I think people do, or children when they are growing up, the first thing they do is hit anything that makes sound. So I think that is an easy way to pick up things. What about you? What's your story?
Well, I actually started playing off the guitar. And that's where my musical journey, so to say, started. And I always loved playing the drums. So after many years of playing the guitar, I went and bought myself congos and a drum kit. They were lying, gathering dust. I would play them off and on. So I used to play with a couple of friends, and then I got a call to play at TEDx, so I dusted them off and I brought them there and just kind of picked up.
Okay, that's nice. Well, I am very glad that you guys got together because this is some real powerful sound. So what do your neighbors say, you know, when you guys jam or something? Do you have a private spot somewhere in the Khet or something?
Yes, in phase 5, away from
Yeah,
civilization.
that's what I thought. Nobody around you guys.
It's Daud's place, and so far it's heaven because he does not have any house nearby.
Next to
So
it.
when we go there and play,
It's just us.
the only person who is affected is his mother.
Or aisa raha to there's no God, not going to be any house. Now tell me, in a band like this, where there is no singer and you know a guitarist or anything, who leads? How does that work out? Okay. Yeah, Daud.
We have sets that we play, and so we rehearse a particular set. And if anybody who has, let's say, composed that set, he will automatically take lead of it. So he will know, okay, when we have to break, when do we have to stop, add a bridge to it. So one person leads. So we out of practice we kind of get that.
Okay.
So
and are there any solos? I mean, when 4 drummers are playing together, how does that work out?
It's actually very spontaneous. There are times when you don't really know what we're playing actually.
Okay.
Because we just start off, someone just starts
We have
off.
no idea.
And then, you know, it's like
You just join
complementing
in.
each other. Then we wait for the other person, he plays a solo, then I stop, and then he lets me. So, you know, it's like, again, you know, something collective. So, and again, with it being drums, we have to be very careful. Because usually percussion gets really monotonous because it's played like a background beat. But with us, we have to, you know, make it sound like something really special. Because, so this is, we let each other like improvise. There's a lot of improvisation that takes place while jamming.
So we do have
and live.
solos because, you know, when we're doing a set, there comes a time when, you know, we have decided that there will be time when one of us will be doing a solo on their instrument, and we also shift from one instrument to another during the set.
Okay.
So that is when, you know, the sound, a new sound adds to the set.
Okay,
And that
interesting,
really gives a different
So,
look.
Atif, what kind of music do you guys, all of you, listen to for you to come up with this music?
Well, I think the interesting thing is that each one of us has their own style of playing, and it comes together in a really interesting mix. When there are 4 percussionists playing, it's very important to give each other space to execute whatever you're going to execute, and that's the most important aspect. Everybody can't solo at the same time. You have to be on a level where you can coordinate with the other person, and not make a mess out of it.
Okay, not bad. Okay, before you guys, you know, you're recent. There was only one name that was doing the drum thing and all these amalgamations, and that was Overload.
Yes.
So, your take on Overload?
Oh, what do you want me to say about
I don't know. Okay, that's saying enough, by the way. But
Listen, Overload is a good band. It's just that we're very different from Overload.
Yeah.
They have singers, they have keyboardists, they have guitarists. It's a band. I mean, it's a complete band with all a bunch of musicians. We are just 4 percussionists. And one of the advantages that we have is the other day somebody was asking us, okay, what kind of crowd do you pull in, or are you catering only to the elite crowd? But you know, us being just percussion based, we have no barriers. There's no language barrier. Anybody who listens to the dhol on the street can listen to us, and anybody who listens to hip hop or house music or anything of that sort, it all just comes together on just rhythm.
Great. Let's listen to it all coming together now.
Okay.
Do you name it? Do you call it something so you remember?
The hot clip. This is like a trademark set.
All right.
It's called
Okay.
the hot calypso.
Okay, you get the big one here then.
Yeah. We have 4 bits.
I'll take care of this. Loud, very nice. Okay, one thing while you guys were playing, I was thinking if any one of you goes wrong, Does it matter? I mean,
We
can
turn
we
his
hear
volume
it?
off.
Not exactly. Not many people can really identify
Huh.
if something has gone wrong because you know there are four of us. So even if one goes off or maybe misses the beat, or you, just like you notice that when he was shifting from the position of the drum
Yeah,
bag,
from-
there came a gap, right? But still, it's not really very well identified because then that three of us are playing, yeah.
Okay.
So we can shift
take up the
easily.
slack.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about it, that you know you can't tell. Now, why did you turn that thing around, by the way?
The different sound options actually.
Okay, but that's
This
what,
allows them.
These are
different
just the
style.
drums we brought here. We play anything. Pick up a glass, a bottle, a table.
Yeah, castanets.
We have this big oil ka dabba at Dowd's place. It's
Yeah.
one of those oil barrels.
Yeah, yeah,
we have
yeah.
that. We've banged different what you call not notes into it, but
Good
dents into
sound,
it,
huh?
and all four of us play that at the same time.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
So anything at all.
And you also have to thank God that I haven't brought my dhol along.
वो बड़ा वाला, yeah, we've
we
seen
think
it.
that this
We've
is
seen
loud.
it, though.
That's really loud.
We are running some videos here, so you know people can see all the instruments that you play. In fact, you know, if I had a better study or जितनी जोर से आप लोग बजा रहे हैं, I cannot offer you this table, but I would have liked to put you, you know, at the test के कुछ बजाएं. So what next? I mean, where do you guys go from here?
We have quite a lot of things to do still because there's a video in the process, and we're also trying to get to a level when we can also do background score for any movie, may it be Lollywood, Hollywood, Bollywood, anywhere.
Okay.
So that is one of the aims that we have.
लेकिन बड़ी सनसनी type movie it has to be for this kind of
Heart-scene.
music, है ना?
Yeah, because you
gel
know,
with it.
if you notice,
हाँ, थोड़ी सी.
I was just watching a movie the other day, 127 Hours,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
most of the background parts
हाँ,
were
true,
percussions,
true,
right?
true.
So that is exactly what we're looking for.
And that is A.R. Rahman's music,
yeah,
actually.
see, so
Yeah.
that's the thing what we're looking for if we do the background score for any movie, because all the time we're not this loud. We do have some sets which aren't really loud,
Okay.
but they're more artsy, and you know we give in space to each other, and then there are more solos involved. So that is also one of the things. So
So,
you might have noticed.
Do you feel like you have found the market for it in Pakistan? I mean, people are, you know, coming around to it. They like it, they appreciate it. Because if you are thinking of making, you know, sound for music, movies, or even making a video or something, you have to have an audience. People who want to.
Yeah, because you know, just like Atif said, with percussions, it's like the market is so big and vast that anybody can learn this language, right? I mean, understand this language, because when you have vocals involved, then you are targeting a particular
You're
niche,
getting more
right?
specific.
People who can listen to you and like your kind of music. But percussion is where, when I'm playing dhol, all the people who like desi music get up and start dancing. When we're doing an African set or a club sort of sound, you know, people who like that kind of music, they really like that set. So in one performance that we have at a stretch of 25 to 30 minutes, we have different percussions. Just like when we started, it was an Arabic
Yeah,
sound,
it sounded
right?
Arabic.
So there are people who start.
What was this,
in-
by the way, जिससे पहले अभी the thing that you played?
Hot calypso.
Yeah,
no,
this is-
from which, you know, region of the world would you say कि कहाँ?
South
It's
America.
actually a derivative of calypso. Calypso is a kind of music.
Okay. Well, since I don't know at all what you're talking about, so I will still insist. मतलब South American, you say.
South American.
Okay, that I understand. All right. So any time, Atif, I'll ask you, you know, getting a singer in, or maybe making it more conventional.
Well, you know, primarily Quadrum. The thing about Quadrum is we're just having a lot of fun.
I can see that.
We
actually.
haven't. I mean,
far.
I think we're very lucky because we haven't even really gotten serious, and we're having so much fun, and we're really getting somewhere with it. So as far as singers or other musicians are concerned, yes, that's something that we look forward to doing, either featuring somebody on a set with us, or being featured on somebody else's set. Remixing. That's what we've done, a lot of remixing live.
yeah, with the DJ.
And with DJs and that kind of stuff, and it worked out really well.
Here in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. Okay, I'm going to ask you this now. How important is it? Now I understand you both met these two just a year back.
Yeah.
So how important is it for all of you to get along as well to actually
Very,
make good
very,
music?
Very important, because music is something that comes from within. I know it sounds very filmy. It comes from within and you have to play.
No, but it does.
But it does.
It's very interesting.
it does.
It's very interesting. Normally, generally, जो होता है, वो friends start playing music and then they form a band. But it was the reverse with us. We formed a band and we're still getting to know each other.
Exactly. It's just been a year.
For the longest time, I guess we did not know what everybody does. I mean,
We
I
had
didn't
about
know
4
what
days.
Dawood.
We done 4 days.
Acha.
Like, "Kutte kya ho?"
कि तुम्हारा नाम क्या है? Surname क्या है तुम्हारा?
So this is how we kind of got together. So, but it's very important that we all, where we jam, it has to be very comfortable. We have to be all relaxed. And if you even slightly koi stress or tension, and then you can't play. And
Acha.
it shows in your music. It does.
Yeah,
But
you
वो
don't
भी
give
एक-
your 100%.
हाँ, but then that also should give a mellow sound. और वो फिर
No,
एक
it's
और
not
tangent
really
Bollywood पे निकल गया नहीं?
Then if all three of us are not really in that shape of mind, then the music will not really come out.
That's true.
That-
But do
that's
you
what-
have the same ambitions for it? Because I can use 4 individuals, One might want to really make it big, one might want to just have fun, or I don't know. Do you guys have to?
Yeah, we actually have agreed on our future. We want to take this. So we keep on having regular meetings and not regular, but
I think it's pretty much on the same priority with everybody else. Everybody has something that they all do besides music, which
day
is the
jobs.
primary thing. They have the day
Yeah.
jobs and everything. This guy doesn't have a job.
Sorry, point
yeah,
your
man,
fingers.
good job.
Except this one, he doesn't.
No, he just
He's
completed
youngest of
his
the band.
studies. Actually, he's
Oh,
the
okay.
youngest in the band.
And the play, ठीक है ना? He's the one who's actually having fun.
the age of the band ranges from 24 to 36.
Okay.
So that's what 12 years का.
हाँ, तो अभी वैसे हम guess मार सकते हैं कौन कितनी एज का है. Thank you very much for giving us.
Starting with my head.
Guess मारे.
No, we'll not do that. Okay, I want to know very quickly now because we have to close this. How does a sad melody sound on drums, on percussion? It doesn't sound too sad.
so because
With us, we don't have anything yet.
अच्छा.
That can,
Okay.
that can be said.
But you
yes.
believe कि होती होगी?
हाँ होती है.
Absolutely.
not on these per se, but because somehow these have a very positive vibe all the time.
Okay.
The drum will always have a very positive sound.
These drums are all your hand drums. They're also known as healing drums. It's actually proven
Especially
scientifically,
djembes,
especially djembes. It's actually proven scientifically that people who play hand drums, they have higher immunity, lower blood pressure, lower risk of heart disease, and
Really?
lower cholesterol.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Everybody start playing.
Yeah.
Okay, that it can also be called letting out, your aggression by punching
Your
something.
negative emotions, your negative
So
energy,
you're
you let
like
it out.
Turning them into a positive one because when we
हाँ.
play, it's all positive, I guess.
Okay,
There's
not
nothing
bad,
negative.
not bad. Okay, so anything new that you probably are, we really want you to give us a debut of something that people might not have heard. So,
We would like to have that.
make up something, like you do at a jamming session or something.
We can do that.
We'll call it the team.
That's what we do at all the concerts.
We always make up something.
Nice, thank you. This was really good actually. And you guys didn't even discuss, you just started.
Yeah, that's how we do.
We're actually discussing it.
All right. Very nice. Thank you very much. Individually, once again, Umar.
Saud.
Umar and Saad and Daud and Atif, thank you very much for coming here and best of luck. This is really interesting.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
All right, great. We are going to take a very short break. You can have your water and breathe now. And we'll catch you in just a bit. Quotation now, and this quotation is from George Santayana, and this is really interesting. Now, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Yeah, and you know, we were talking about Petra Nemkova, the supermodel who got drifted away in the tsunami, and then she came to Pakistan during the earthquake as well. We were just linking it to that she saw the horrors of tsunami, but she still wanted to come here and help out after the earthquake in 2005. So this is what we were saying. Okay, now, yeah, we have an interesting word for you, and you will think it's something else, but it's not. Kind of confusing, but anyway, we are going to ask the drummers. I wish we had the drummers to roll the drums right now, but our own will do. Roll drums, please. The word of the day is marquee. Yes, marquee. And okay, we might think that we know the meaning of marquee thanks to Pakistan's favorite pastime of attending weddings. But apart from being a large tent, marquee also means leading or preeminent or headlining. And let me give you an example sentence. I've been told the marquee attraction at the Mela back in my village this year was a two-headed cow. Yeah, now that would indeed be quite a headlining feature. So marquee indeed over there. And okay, another destination, by the way, we keep talking about destinations for holidays, another destination to strike out of your holiday list. It seems like Shanghai's summer will be hot this year with occasional showers of broken glass, believe it or not. Shanghai's 20 million locals have been advised to watch out for glass bombs dropping from hastily erected high rises after a spate of incidents in the last few weeks. And high temperatures over the summer increase the risk of windows cracking, and there are about 5,000 glass-fronted skyscrapers to dodge. What makes matters worse is that the average lifespan of a building in Shanghai is only 25 years, and builders are not required to perform periodic safety checks on glass fronts. So they are going to be there for a while, and I suggest you go to Gilgit instead. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I guess because I really want to. Not out of the country this time, somewhere inside, somewhere quieter. Anyway, take care, have a nice weekend, and seize the day.